Welcome to Goat Talk Live.
I don't know. I get a little tired of hearing, right?
The 99 is terrible. Here, I'm lacking for some reason. It's real white and flabby.
WTF. What are we doing?
Eddie, I tell everybody to listen that we're a really big deal.
Continues to grow and grow and grow.
Well, a Thursday night is here, and man, Goat Talk, we're back. And I'm Eddie Smith, by the way, hello. And look who we got over here. We got Patrick Rabbit back. He's giggling. He's on the.
That was the most excited intro I think I've ever heard out of you, Eddie. You're like, we're back. It's Thursday, and I got this guy with me.
We're back.
There we go.
Yeah, we'll start over. All right, we'll cut all this. We'll cut this. Yeah, it's good to be here. Goat Talk, always a blast. Excited to have Pat back. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got summer series. We've got nonprofit stuff. We've got peerless pumps to talk about. We've got got paint scheme bracket.
Yep,
We've got oh man, we got plenty. So we're going to talk about it here tonight. But first off, you see our hats. You know what we got to talk about. We are presented by SAVE22. Appreciate everything they do. Appreciate their support of Goat Talk. Couldn't do this without them. That's for dang sure. So, as always, save22.vet, at save22 on YouTube. Like, subscribe, go watch their videos, share the videos to others. They just had a break-in on one of their warehouses and facilities. Keep them in your prayers, thoughts. Got a little bit of money you want to throw their way. Go to their Facebook page, leave a nice little comment, say you're thinking about them, whatever. Just let them know that Goat Locker is thinking about SAVE22. Also, got to thank Taylor Kitchen over at ATYL Media for her allowing us to be on her platform. So if you're watching from there, hey, how you doing? My name's Eddie. This is Pat. And we are Goat Talk, and we're glad to be here. It's so awesome, and we can't thank her enough. And I got to thank her sponsor, which is happyhourracing.com. happyhourracing.com/ATYL if you want some NASCAR merch. They got all kinds of stuff there. Definitely worth taking a look at. If you're going to get something, buy it from there. Support Taylor Kitchen and everything that's going on at ATYL Media. We would appreciate it. And when you type it in there, a little comment, say, hey, came from Goat Locker. That way maybe they'll know they're getting a little support from y'all. So, if you want something like this, you got the Checker Flag Sport Dale. I don't know why they named it that way, but the Bud little coat or a jacket. I don't know. I don't wear these things, but you can scan that QR code and at least take you to the website and find something you do like. If you're a Chase Elliott fan, why? Why? But there is a shirt there. If you're a Kyle Larson fan, praise God, baby, come on. You click on that right there and it would take you. So scan those QR codes if you're interested and support ATYL Media. We should appreciate Taylor Kitchen. All right, well, let's jump right in the show, Pat. We missed you last week. Jake, though, was a welcome guest. We're glad to have him back on. I think he did a fantastic job.
Always.
But we're glad to have you back. So
Thanks.
Tell us, hey, man, how you doing? How's it going?
It's good. You've made no comment yet, but I've let the beard go a little bit.
All right. I'm in support of.
Yeah. It's a lot of gray, though. So it's not really. But, we're trying. We're trying.
If you don't have gray in your beard, are you really living?
Mm-mm.
I mean, if
so.
you don't have any kind of stress that gets the just shoots the gray out, I'd say you're probably not doing enough. I think you need to take more risks. Buy a BMX bike, do some jumps, build a ramp, do something crazy, get a little gray. I don't know.
Those were the days, weren't they?
They were pretty awesome.
Yeah, you get a couple cinder blocks and a piece of plywood that was kind of iffy because it came off the side of the shed, still had a couple nails in it. Yeah. And you just went out on the road with your buddies and you got after it.
Yeah.
No helmets, no pads, nothing.
No. Just hopes and dreams.
That's
and you jump off of that thing and you don't even get any air because you don't know how to jump and it just goes doo-doo. The front wheel just falls right off and it's amazing. Yeah, those were the days.
They were.
In chat, tell me something about your childhood that you remember while we're talking here. It'd be a cool little thing that we can go back and read. Tell us something from your childhood that you remember. Nostalgia is a huge thing. It's a big industry. If you go on TikTok, good Lord, don't get going down the nostalgia. They play sad music over stuff that you loved when you were a kid, and boy, that'll mess you up. So don't do that. Lots of on my feed. There's a lot of like gushers and shit. Gushers and like old school lockers, and I'm like, no Lunchables,
no.
Yeah, they always play like sad kids laughing in the background and stuff. You're like, all right, I need to get off of this, find something funny. But yeah, let us know what you remember from your childhood, things that I like to hear some of that stuff. Noah Hogard says, I'm currently living my childhood right now. Yeah,
he's not lying.
Well, I could tell you. Well, just tell us what you're doing right now, Noah.
Yeah, really. I mean,
Well, funny enough, sim racing was what I did in my childhood, so I'm still doing that. So that's pretty great.
Yeah, so we didn't have that in my childhood.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to sit here and go off on one of these old crotchety man moments either. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. You had Bill Elliott's Racing, whatever it was, the NES version. You had pole position, didn't you, on an Atari and stuff like that?
I don't think that's racing, man. But yes, I did.
It's racing. It's racing. You were competing. You were in a car.
Sure. That's 100% what it was. Yeah.
Well, I had a funny story. I had an interview with iRacing last week, and it was so much fun to talk to them about old sim racing. It was cool. She kind of brought up some old sim racing stuff, and it was fun to kind of go back down memory lane with all the things that they have done and been a part of, and they've been around for a long time. So, have you seen any stuff about this new game that's coming up?
Yeah, I saw recently across social media they've released a lot of the rosters. I know the ARCA rosters out there and all the different drivers that you can select from ARCA.
Brayden Laster's on there, isn't he?
Brayden Laster is on there, which is pretty amazing. Yeah. And then I think I also saw the truck. The truck lineup and all the different drivers you can select for the truck series. I don't think I've seen much more than that. I don't know if they've released anything past that. But to see some of the ARCA's got to be such a hard thing to grab a hold of because you got ARCA East, West, and then, of course, the main series. Yeah. And then you got a lot of hometown drivers and this and that. And but it looks like they did an incredible job grabbing all of that. I want to say there was like 38 or something along those of truck series drivers you can grab. So you got to know a lot of almost everybody's there. And I'm personally waiting on the game to come out for a couple different reasons. One, well, by God, I want to go try it and I want to get it and I want to play it and all those different types of things. But two, it's affecting Goat Locker Racing right now. Mm-hmm. We can't get our logo uploaded into the system until the game drops. So we're in a holding pattern. I've had my conversations with iRacing too, but we're in a holding pattern until the game drops, and then we can finally get our stuff added into iRacing, which is going to be a pretty amazing day. But I'm excited, man. I mean, I haven't played a good console racing game in a very long time. The Heat games were the last one was really I love the Forza games. Really enjoy those a lot, but that's not, it's not NASCAR,
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think, obviously the big hype around it is that iRacing bought out Monster Games. That's the big hype. And so iRacing being involved, if you're a fan of iRacing, that's good news. That's good news for NASCAR games. I think I'm in a position where I'm trying to temper my expectations of this first one. I just have a feeling, game development sort of weird, and with Monster Games being involved, I feel like it will be, I'm sure there'll be a little bit of disappointment, from time. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's normal. I think we build this up, we add iRacing to it. They're really pushing the marketing, and I'm going to buy it day one. You better believe it. I'm going to play it. I'm going to have a great time. Is it going to be the most perfect game? I don't know. We're going to find out, but I trust, what I love is that I trust iRacing, to at least continue to push it down the road of being awesome. We know what it can be, as PC players. And so I think with iRacing being involved, Dale Earnhardt Jr. being, at least a big spokesperson for it, I think, given enough time and development, it can be something good. I think they're getting a lot of feedback of what they hope that the game is. I think, from my perspective, a good career mode is paramount. If you want to have a good NASCAR game, it needs to be a deep career mode. So, hopefully they nail that. If not, I'm just going to go on there and have fun doing some NASCAR racing that we don't get to do very often. So,
agreed. I hope they do. I hope they do nail the career mode. That has been. I forget which one of those NASCAR games that came out. It was a few years ago that I actually had a pretty decent career mode to it, and I really enjoyed that. And then I don't know, they just didn't progress very well or whatever. So I'm hoping, with iRacing putting their fingers in this thing, that it really takes it to its next level. But all we can do is sit around, hope, wait, and see.
Well, I mean, iRacing would buy Monster Games if they didn't have a long-term plan. So, maybe the success of this game, I'm hoping that everything doesn't ride on the success of this particular game. Game development sort of is kind of like movies. Yeah. Somebody makes a movie and doesn't do well, they don't make another. So I'm hoping that, they get what they want, at least in the game, and then, they start to add stuff later on. I don't know. I don't know what a successful game would be to me, other than just a real deep career mode that gives you something to kind of, look forward to. So,
speaking of movies, did you see the new Superman yet?
I have not. Is it good?
Oh, I really enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a DC kind of guy. I know we're gonna get way off in left field real quick, and we're gonna hang back right again at some point in time. Okay. I think we've talked about movies on this show before, and, and a lot of the Marvel stuff. And I'm a huge Marvel fan. Just rewatched Guardians of the Galaxy 3 yesterday. Love that movie to death.
Tearjerker, man.
Oh gosh.
Really if you're an animal, if you're an animal person, it's like watching. It's like it's a Southern coming out. It's like watching Marley and Me. You're just like, all right, I'm just gonna cry.
Yeah,
it's over a damn CGI raccoon.
Yeah, it's bad, man. It'll get you. It'll hit you right in the feels for sure. But no, I mean, I've never been much of a DC guy, and then some of the Superman movies, most of them really just haven't hit. Man, that thing was good, really good.
James Gunn is a great director, man. I've always liked his movies. Guardians, the first one is like in the top of the top for me, just because of the music. I love the way he does.
Oh music.
Yes, that soundtrack. If you want something to just chill out to, you're working outside in the garage, you're doing something, or you're just hanging out at the house. Go on YouTube, look up Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and Volume 2, and just listen to the music he procured for that movie. It's perfect, and
it is.
So I love what he does with music and stuff. He does a really good job. So it's not surprising, but you say for a Superman movie. I've seen people say it's as good, not better, but as good as the 78 Superman. Is that true? Would you say that?
Oh yeah.
Really? Wow. That's big.
It is. It is. It's really, really good. And I don't think I've watched a movie. And people think of like Thanos and things along those lines. I've not watched a movie where I've hated a villain more than watching that movie.
Oh, really?
Like, you hate Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Like, and with like every fiber of my being, I wanted to stand up and punch the movie screen. I'm like, they do so well with just making, Lex Luthor be this horrible villain.
Yeah.
And then, adding in, Superman's dog and everything, which was freaking cool as hell. I mean, it's if you haven't, I don't endorse much of anything around here. I can't, those types of things. My lawyer will get on me or whatever the hell, but go watch that damn movie. It's really good. I mean, then if you haven't seen Thunderbolts still to this day, we won't get back into that. Go watch that one too. You can now, stream it on Prime and pay your $6 or whatever and watch that damn movie.
Yeah,
Thunderbolts is amazing.
Batman obviously is, to me, sits atop of maybe the echelon of superheroes. I love the Batmans, the Tony Starks. I don't like too strong characters. I like characters that have a lot of weaknesses and overcome those weaknesses. And, because, Batman has gone toe-to-toe with Superman, which is impressive enough. Superman's always had this struggle of being too powerful. He's always it's always a struggle of how do I make Superman interesting, and I watched an interview with Gunn, and you can tell me if he nailed it, but he's like, you have to really dig into the humanity, the way that he loves he wants to help and be a service to humans.
Yeah. Oh, nailed that. 1,000% over.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible movie. And
yeah, can't wait to see that. What about Fantastic Four? Have you seen that one yet?
No, that's on the docket for this weekend. My another fun fact that I learned, which doesn't come out in the movie, but there are different types of kryptonite. There are different colors, and they have different effects on Superman.
I don't think so. No,
I didn't know that either, but I got an education on that as well. So
really,
I don't know. That's some homework for you. I think it's the black kryptonite, like splits Superman in two. Like one is good and one is bad.
Oh, really? Wow.
There's like a gold kryptonite that like will strip him of his powers because he can no longer be healed by the sun. It's kind of crazy, man.
The green one's the only one I'm aware of. I'm assuming that's
same. Same. That's the one that's in the movie and all that other stuff. But
gotcha. That's cool.
Same.
Yeah, the Fantastic Four. I'm excited. I'm actually one of the first ones I'm excited about. I mean, I love Pedro Pascal. I don't know what it is about him. That guy just lights up a movie screen.
Agreed.
I like a lot of things that he's been in, all the way from Game of Thrones all the way through like even Gladiator and stuff. I thought he was pretty good in the new one. But yeah, that cast seems pretty interesting. It looks like who I really like, and this has been a controversial take, is people are not happy about the Silver Surfer being a female, which I'm gonna be honest, I get it, but also Julia Gardner is amazing. The actress that's doing that. I don't know if have you ever watched Ozark before?
Absolutely.
She's the bomb, man. Golly, she's so good. So I'm excited to see what she does with it. I'm excited to see it. So I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah. Well, you got to go Superman first.
Superman.
Get your Superman in, and then we'll allow you to go see the Fantastic Four.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well.
All right.
Yeah. Well, let's move on. Let's talk about some, as always, we start a little bit with the nonprofit stuff. And you had a little event that you went to last week.
I did.
How did that go?
It was awesome. It was hot. Holy smokes, was it hot. It was 90-something degrees outside, and you're sitting outside just cooking. But no, Brighton Ler, there he is sitting on our mobile simulator. If you've never really seen our mobile sim, there it is. And so he asked us to come out and support him. So one of his new sponsors is Peerless Pumps, which is based out of here in Indianapolis. They make a lot of the pumps for fire engines and things along those different lines, and they came on board with him. And of course, we've been partnered with Brighton for a while now, and so he asked that we could come on out and set up the sim so the employees there could check it out. And I was like, absolutely, man, we'll come on out. And they probably had 300 or so employees. They had a couple really huge tents set up. They had like 4 or 5 food trucks out there, and of course, us Goat Locker Racing was there with the sim out. And the winner of the fastest lap challenge got pit passes to the race the next day. Which I thought was super, super cool for them to do. So the fastest employee got some pit passes to go to the race there at IRP. And getting out and doing these types of events is always so much fun. It's fun just to interact with people, talk to people about Goat Locker Racing. And then, of course, you've actually got a NASCAR driver there, an ARCA Series driver in Brighton Ler, and to see if you could, what his skills are actually on the sim. And none of the employees beat his time. And it was probably good for his career that it went that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just fun, man. So much fun to be there. So much fun to set up and do these types of events, shake some hands with some people, and then be there to support Brighton in his career as he continues to grow.
We'll talk a little bit about Brighton a little bit because I think people know him as a pizza man and stuff, and he these days there's positive and negativity around everything. And so talk a little bit about what it takes. I mean, I'm sure you've had conversations with him, but Dale Jr. has kind of talked about what it takes to be a race car driver these days. And I think it's always been this way, but I think it might even be harder these days. You have to market yourself. You have to be different. Yes. You have to stand out. You have to do these type of activations and stuff. Have y'all really talked about that at all and what his like strategy is and everything?
Yeah, so I've had a chance to talk to him and his dad, and his dad's an amazing man, an incredible family. And you talk about, and thousands upon thousands upon thousands of examples of this across the United States of just grassroots racing. Yeah, his family owns a junkyard here on the southeast side of Indianapolis, and that's how they fund a lot of his racing. That's how they end up with some race parts at the end of the day, too. So they're out there sweating and getting after it every single day in this junkyard to make sure that Brighton Ler makes the races each and every week. This is his first year with a full-time ride, and he's with Wayne Peterson Racing. He has been able to do some select races over the past couple of years, but this was the first year he got a full-time ride. And so a lot of times I think when people tune in and watch, if you're not really, if you don't know much about what it takes to come up and actually race, and you just tune in and watch, and you're like, why is Brighton Ler always like 8 laps down and finishing 18th? Well, I mean, there's a lot of different reasons behind that. I mean, one comes down to funding. A lot of times Brighton will go out there and he buys used tires off the other race teams. Yeah. They've got 20, 30 laps on them out of a practice session. Those are the tires he slaps on his car and goes racing with. And oh, by the way, never changes the set of tires throughout the entire race. They've got a couple backups in case he punctures one or whatever, but they're all used up already. So he gets out there and he's battling with that type of equipment. And then you got to think, the equipment itself, it's not the best.
And what tires are $2,500 for a set? Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah. It's, so you got to, and then you got to think about all the other things that come into play. So when he loads up, the trailer, puts the car on there and all that other kind of crazy stuff, like when he went and raced in Phoenix, well, that's him and his dad driving across country. That's fuel cost to get across there. That's hotels. That's food. And it's just not him and his dad. They're taking crew members and mechanics and all those different types of things. And they have to pay those guys as well.
Yeah.
So you've got all the different pieces and parts that go into it. And at a bare minimum, you're talking $10,000 probably to put that car on the track each and every week at a bare minimum. And that's just, let's get the thing on the track. Let's everybody be able to eat something besides, off the dollar menu at McDonald's, and make it across there. So, and it's just, his dad is so awesome to talk to. He is so incredibly proud of Brighton and everything Brighton's doing, and will do anything to make sure it continues to go. And it's so much fun to talk to him and just watch him light up every time we talk about Brighton and Brighton's racing. And you wouldn't think a guy, that's, and I definitely visited the shop on the hot days too. And you're sitting up in the front office of a junkyard. I'm sure some smells are starting to hit you right now. If you're one of those type of thinkers, you can smell it. It smells like a junkyard. It's 90 something degrees outside. Everybody's just sweating. But you start talking about racing and Brighton, and his dad just lights up, and he'll sit there and talk to you for hours. And it's just such a cool thing to be a part of. And, him here from Indianapolis and all the things he's doing with Indiana companies. I hope to see him continue to grow. I hope they can find some more funding to get him a little bit better equipment and see what the kid can really do. Yeah. By gosh, he's got the heart for it. And he's out there giving everything he's got every weekend.
Yeah, man. That's awesome. I mean, it seems like he has a really great personality. I don't hear too many bad things about him at all. So it seems like he just seems like a pure race car driver who just loves what he does, and he's happy to be there. And I definitely think that shows. So cool to see him in the game. I mean, that's got to be an awesome deal, man, to load up a game and you're in there. You're a driver in the game. That's got to feel pretty sweet. So we almost had Jeff McConey in the game. I think they chose the car owner. I think Chubb's. Chubb. I think he's the driver in the game, but they almost had Jeff McConey in there. So
that would be really cool.
Be cool. I think we got we got a lot of adjacent Goat Locker stuff in the game. You got Big Fish Barbecue. It's going to be one of the sponsors, I do believe, in the game. So how about that? Pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it looks like y'all had a great time, man. And I don't know, for some reason the pictures look hot.
It was hot. Yeah, I mean, it was just, I'm too old to be out in that damn heat. Just sweating. And of course, thankfully, I'm not Brighton, who was just, he was always walking around and meeting people and shaking hands and taking pictures by the car and signing hero cards and doing this and doing that. I'm over there, we were in a pavilion sipping on my water, just shuffling people off the sim,
Yeah.
still not enjoying life.
Yeah. Well, cool. Glad
Yeah.
to see Goat Locker getting out there doing some cool stuff with partners and helping Brayton at least a little bit to kind of make those activations exciting and adding to it. I think that's really, really awesome. Yeah, well, I talked a little bit last night about the Lincoln Tech car show. We're going to get rescheduled for October 3rd.
Yes,
so
sir.
Be on the lookout for that. Alexander Sexhauer going to be there, and going to be an awesome car show where all the proceeds go to Goat Locker. So pretty sweet. So look forward to that. You want to talk a little bit about that point B?
I like how you did that. We're not reading off anything, guys. There's no script. There's no nothing.
There's notes. I don't care if you know, but we write notes because you know what that shows? That shows we care enough that we have a show notes that we can follow along, that we make sure we get everything in there. So it shows we care. We're not just off the dome in some of this stuff. We're really putting time and effort into it. So bam.
I love that term too, dome. So off to point B. So, we talked about this weeks ago, and, we continue to grow at this incredible pace. And we always want to add to the leadership team. And we welcome Gary Landyut to the team. I'm going with that pronunciation at this point in time, Landyut.
Yep.
And then as the vice president of our board of directors, which has been incredible, I have a meeting with him tomorrow at 4:00, as a matter of fact. Not that anybody cares about that, but I just thought I'd throw it out there as a random fact for you. I have a meeting with Gary Landyut tomorrow at 4:00. Mark it on your calendars, Eastern Standard Time. And as we continue to grow out, one of the other things too is to have some more people in the operations to help out with, raising of funds, courting sponsorship, scheduling and doing different types of events, all these different types of things. And so this week we welcomed aboard Andy Carnes as the director of operations for the nonprofit. Some of you know who Andy Carnes is. He has raced in the ARCA series. He did in the spring season. He is a Purple Heart veteran from Iraq. He got shot a few times kicking indoors over there. And he's been an incredible partner with us here at Goat Locker Racing. He's done a lot behind the scenes that nobody sees, like connecting us to different companies and organizations, getting out there and talking to different people about becoming sponsors for Goat Locker. And, he made a transition in his life to kind of step away from corporate America, focus on some things, and then this opportunity just kind of lined up with where he was at in his life. What Goat Locker really needs, which is, somebody else here in Indianapolis kind of helping me out and doing different things and being able to do setups and all this type of stuff. So it just worked out perfectly, man. And I couldn't be more happy to welcome Andy. We'll drag his butt onto the show next week and make him, tell more about his story and all that other kind of fun stuff. I think that'll be a good time. But we can do the thing, the thing where we do the thing and we tell people to do the thing.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do the thing. You start.
Let's do the thing.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I like how you did that. Sorry. But hey, tag him in Discord. Everybody say hi, Andy. Andy Carnes, Andrew Carnes, whatever it is in Discord. I can't even really remember. The good Eddie Smith is looking at it right now. But tag him in old Discord. Say, what's up, man? And welcome him to officially to the Goat Locker Racing leadership team here. And we'll drag him onto the show next week, and we'll make him talk to y'all too.
Well, I don't see his name in there. I type Andy, and Andrew Player pops up, and Andrew Hennessy, and Gary. But I don't see Andy Carnes, so I don't know what his name is.
I have to look that one up.
Yeah.
If
somebody knows.
Try Stalker 9. Stalker 9. Yeah, Stalker 9.
There it is.
That's him, Stalker 9.
Boom! Stalker 9.
Yep. Which I believe was his call sign when he was, or unit, or I'm not real sure. It has something to do with his time in the Army, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah. God, I'd be so terrified if I had a call sign, because they normally, like, when you get a call sign as a pilot, you don't get to choose it. They choose it for you, right? Isn't that the case?
Well, a lot of times that's the way kind of call signs or nicknames that you pick up go. Yes.
Yeah, you don't get to choose them. They're given to you. So, Gosh, I'd love to know, everybody in chat, any veteran military, who I would love to hear what your best call sign or nickname was that you had. Family friendly. I mean, you can type it in chat. I may not say it, but I'd love to know some good nicknames that people were given. Chuck was given Peg Leg. We know that.
Yeah, this could get bad. This could get bad, really bad.
So in chat, I want y'all to tell me either your own nickname or some funny ones that you remember. I'd love to know some of those and I'd love to know maybe the story behind it too. The nicknames are just half of it. It's the story behind how you get the nickname that I think is probably my favorite part. So, did you have a nickname, Pat?
Oh yeah. I was just trying to. Let's see if we can't just whitewash this a little bit to make it pretty innocuous. So,
you're deciding if it's worth telling.
Oh no, it's worth telling for sure.
Okay.
So, very young in the Navy, when I was stationed overseas, it was in this club. We'll go with this, right? And at one point in time, you go through this initiation, and you are given a nickname, and that is yours for the time moving forward. And before you get your nickname, you're asked a series of questions. They're pretty random questions, and you don't really know where they're going or any of those types of things. But obviously, they're extrapolating some information to use against you.
Yeah, right.
And so one of the questions that was asked to me is, what is my favorite farm animal? And I'm like, I was like, a chicken. And they're like, and they just kind of looked at me like, why a chicken? I was like, because I like to choke my chicken. Yep, that's how that
See
went.
y'all later, guys.
Yeah, we gone. But we're back. We'll just edit that out, right?
We'll edit that out. It's fine.
So, I was also into cars and things along those lines. So I ended up with the nickname of Choker Ace. Because if you remember in the movie Stroker Ace, at the one scene, the guy's dressed up in the big chicken costume and everything.
Yeah.
So I ended up with the nickname Choker Ace.
Love it. Heck yeah. Okay. Honestly, that's pretty awesome. That's a cool nickname. Yeah. Golly, it could be way worse.
Well, we'll just that one.
Well, Jamie Lipke, which good segue here to our Warrior Spotlight, by the way, and we'll get to what you said, Jamie, in just a second. But Jamie Lipke, a huge part of this community. Going to be the Warrior Spotlight for this month, or I don't know if we're doing month anymore, but
couple of months.
Just right now. But Jamie served in the North Dakota Army National Guard with the FSC 164th Engineering Battalion from June 2009 to December 2019 as an Allied Trade Specialist. Jamie held many qualifications and was a master driver / qualifying official and a crew serve weapons instructor. And we're proud to have Jamie as a part of the GLR family. That's your Warrior Spotlight, Jamie Lipke. Glad to have you here. Huge part of this community, involved in almost everything. So
yes,
awesome. So Jamie says my DCS group dubbed me DJ for Dragon Jester because I love dragons. I mean, who doesn't love dragons? They're pretty sweet. I feel like dragons weren't that cool. I mean, they were kind of cool until Game of Thrones, and now they're like super cool. So I don't know who hates dragons. I mean, I feel like that's
Jeremy Gardner.
Jeremy Gardner hates dragons.
I think so.
He also hates diets and like healthy food too. And he says, I love dragons, and I was being a Rio for a friend in the Phantom and ejected after we got hit by a fifth missile. Okay. So Dragon Jester is a DCS nickname. Not quite what I'm looking for, but I like it.
I like it.
Tim Jones says platoon call sign was Hooligan. Well, that's badass. I want some funny ones. Y'all quit telling me your badass names. I want to know the goofy ones. Somebody in here has got to
Joker Ace.
That's awesome. I like
Somebody
that.
top that one.
I don't know. That's not even weird. That's cool, in my opinion. So I like that one. I like Choker Ace. That's cool. And the story behind it's even better. Let's see. Nickname was Twitch. I'd scare guys because I would twitch and jump in my sleep. That's pretty good. I like it. Daniel Kikil said Coke bottle, and I don't want to know why. I don't know what that is, but we're not going to go. I don't need the
I'm gonna go
story
with
behind
glasses.
it.
I'm gonna go with because of the thickness
Oh,
of
okay.
the glasses.
That's what I was thinking too, for sure.
Shut up, Eddie.
Anyway,
cancel times 2 tonight.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was talking about glasses. So I want to know more. Anybody in chat, if you know somebody who has a cool call sign or nickname for the military, you want to know it. So let us know. Think of some funny ones, and we'll come back to them later.
So I guess nobody's snuggling with Tim afterwards, huh?
Yeah, he'll twitch and he'll get you.
Yeah, you just get the crap kicked out of you.
I mean, Hooligan is a pretty cool one. I like that.
Yeah,
I like John Moser's Flyboy. That's a pretty sweet one. Yeah. Daniel Kikil said bingo, so I'm assuming that's the glasses.
It's the glasses.
Yeah,
it's glasses. Definitely glasses.
Definitely glasses.
Definitely.
Well, and speaking of him, dude's doing a lot of work, y'all. I'm just saying, y'all. When y'all think Pat and Jamie for all they do for Goat Locker Racing, I'm telling you need to start putting Daniel Kikil's name in there. I told Jamie at the Coke 600 we had a couple, and I was telling people, hey, look, if somebody has something to say about Daniel Kikil, they can come to me first. I'll fight you. I'll literally fight you. If you have something to say about Daniel Kikil, say, man, he does a whole bunch of work. He sent me a spreadsheet for that he's keeping up with all the folks because the broadcasters are needy. Yes. We're divas, and so we need to have the customer IDs for various things to be able to make sure the overlays and stuff work right. Man, he sent me this spreadsheet. It looks like somebody's work they get paid for, like that they it's like, my gosh, I'm looking at the thing like this thing is incredible. So when you think Pat and Jamie, which is deserving, by the way, I'm not saying that, but make sure you put Daniel Kikil, Jake Ellingson, those guys in there that have been around for a long time that are putting in a lot of work. Tim Jones,
not Tim Jones.
Not Tim Jones. Okay,
not Tim Jones.
All the admins who do really good work, and there's new admins, new race control. We'll be talking about stuff like that are stepping up to be race control. I know y'all really want it. I don't know why. I don't know why we want race control so bad. Everybody wants race control to clear their black flags, and then you want race control so you can yell at them. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
That's pretty much it right there. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Somebody did that, and somebody to clear black flags.
Yeah, because just the faceless AI of iRacing is not good enough. I need somebody to yell at when something doesn't go my way. It's not my fault. No. I got to blame them. So correct. I don't know why people want to be race control for some of y'all, because y'all are a bunch of jacklegs, don't know how to act. But I mean, last season I held my tongue for so long about talking trash to race control or get upset about it. Like, man, y'all want this. Y'all are asking for race control. This is race control. This is humans. They're going to make decisions. I'm the type of person, I don't want race control if I'm running a league, because I don't want any kind of input. If there's no caution comes out, don't blame me. Blame iRacing. I'll type in here. You complain about it, support at iRacing.com. Send them an email and they'll take care of it. But
Done.
We got people that are signing up to be your race control this season in the fall. So be nice to them. Be nice to them. If you got a problem, don't be publicly bashing them. Go send them a message. Go, hey, why did this happen? They'll tell you. And maybe they'll tell you, hey, maybe I made the wrong call. I don't know. But, got some new race control. So definitely be on the lookout for that. We definitely appreciate anybody that steps up and does some things.
Yeah. We'll tidy up a couple of things about the nonprofit world, and then we'll we do. We got some things to talk about the fall season coming up, wrapping up the summer series as well, which has had some incredible races. But so y'all, Stalker 9 in Discord, y'all hit him up. But Andy Carnes, please welcome to the team. We're going to get you out here and have you kind of introduce yourself. But so incredibly happy to have him as our new director of operations. Yeah, we talked about the Lincoln Tech Car Show. That's going to be in October the 3rd. It's a Friday. If Mother Nature doesn't want to cooperate with us this time, I mean, I don't know what else to do. We've tried everything, and it's going to work.
Yeah,
it's going to work, and it's going to be amazing. And we're not going to be sweating our nuts off because it's the middle of the summer. It's going to be a nice fall day. There's going to be some beautiful cars out there. Sim rig. We're going to have an incredible time. And then thanks to SAVE22 that dropped by. They're doing some incredible things. And if you guys haven't seen, we do a lot of things around here, obviously. We try to do as much as we can in the real racing world as well. But SAVE22 is doing some really awesome things in the real racing world. What they're doing with drag racing and Lex June. If you haven't seen all that in the Never Quit Nation, please go check it out. They always have opportunities to bring veterans out to the track. So if you ever wanted to go see drag racing up close and personal, get a hold of John over there. Send an email to tuesdaytalk@save22.vet, whatever the case is. Go hit them up on Facebook. They're doing some really cool stuff, and they do some stuff with within the Xfinity and Truck Series as well. So if you happen to be in town for one of those races, they'll be sure to get you out there. But we talk a lot about SAVE22, not only because, man, they're just an awesome partner here, but they're doing some really awesome work with veterans, and they can do some things that we can't right now. So why not? Why not, get out there with them and have some fun with them. And then we got the Sim Expo coming up in, September 5th through the 7th that everybody's excited about.
It's just not too long now.
No.
About a little over a month.
Yeah. And I know that we got either 9 or 10 passes to the event. Obviously those that are coming up to volunteer gets a pass to come in and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say this again, and you're going to say something, and I'm just going to ignore it. But we will be renting a house up there, so we'll have a place for everybody to stay.
Wish I had the X-Files theme. I'd play it right now.
You probably should. We'll tee it up for next time. So anybody that wants to come up during that point in time will have a place to stay. Come hang out with us. We've got the event passes, and this is everything from racing simulators to flight to farming to goat simulators. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, that is a thing. But,
that'd be fun.
Yeah, I don't know. And
maybe a nice little crossover there. You get in contact with those guys.
We should. You know what? We should.
Not a bad little deal.
Look at this guy. That guy. I always forget which way to point. You think I would know by now? But
where?
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
What about?
We're moving on. What? What about what?
What about him? What about that guy up there?
Which guy?
Tom Hanks.
What about him?
That's Forrest Gump. I don't know.
What?
It doesn't have to make any sense. I just did it to show it off.
Oh, okay.
I bought that in New Orleans one time.
Yeah.
I was walking in, and the guy was doing they paint the background, and the white part is just the canvas. Pretty cool. See y'all later.
See
y'all later. Bye.
We're going to talk about some things here and some racing and some partnerships with SAVE22 and a picture of Tom Hanks that Eddie got at some point in time. So that's amazing.
Tom Hanks, whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's the same person. One's just the name of a character that he played on a movie.
No, that was the real guy. That was actually.
Oh, that was him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Should enjoy that.
Anyway, you're making this worse by continuing on. I can do this forever.
You don't think I could?
All right.
Well, we're not going to, though.
Okay. Jamie. Yeah.
Yep.
Boom.
That's something.
Hey, look, for this show, that's all I want right there. I want that comment to be that this show. I just want that to be everything.
Okay. Moving on. And then we got through the rehabilitation hospitals of Indiana. We've got Brian Frohiger that is going on that trip to Colorado, that week-long veterans retreat, which I am absolutely so proud that we were able to make that happen, make that connection happen. And that is the power of connecting to all these different nonprofit organizations like SAVE22, the Rehabilitation Hospitals Foundation, InVets, and all these different partnerships we have make all these things happen. And for, Frog to be able to take this week-long retreat to Colorado, to be a part of this amazing veteran thing it's just incredible. And it just shows all the cool stuff that we're doing. But again, and SAVE22's kind of dropped a couple comments here. Get a hold of them. Go to a drag race with them. Yeah. If you're in the area, why not? Go meet Lex. Lex is one of the coolest dudes you're going to meet. Huge advocate of veteran causes and in the military. And you can get out there and just check out what a drag car is all about. So, and maybe, Eddie, the same guy might be out there and you possibly could get a Forrest Gump drawing that you could put on your shelf and show other people at some point in time.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody should have a Forrest Gump drawing.
Yeah.
Just saying. I mean, that's the hill that I'm going to die on. Yeah, awesome stuff with the nonprofit, and we've got so much stuff going on in the league.
We do.
Kind of want to jump into some of this stuff. The summer series has been incredible. It's supposed to be a fun series. I know I say this almost every week, and it's turned into just exactly that, a fun series that I've enjoyed every single week. It's been a blast. Some people take it too seriously, and there's soapbox for a reason, and but I hope everybody had fun. I think it's been a solid summer series.
Yes.
I think it's been nice to kind of just chill out, have a little good time, have some new folks in the broadcast booth, have new folks racing that have joined to race in the summer series that we're getting to know, that we're getting to enjoy their company. But just not taking a whole lot of time off, allowing vets, first responders to have a place to come hang out and race. And the summer series has knocked it out of the park. Yeah. I think last night, for the final race of the season, which is always hard to get everybody to show up at the end of these things. It's just I've accepted it. People kind of go,
I have to.
Yeah, it's like why are there not anybody here? And it's like I don't know. I've been racing in leagues for years now. It's always the same.
Yep.
And it's fine. Last night, though, in the IndyCar series for Nashville, the finale, we had like 14 people, I think, which is a very respectable final race where nothing's on the line, no Final Four championship. Just Regis had it locked up going into the race pretty much, and we went out there and raced. So thank y'all for showing up, racing, coming and hanging out. Congrats to the champions so far. I believe we got Monday night. Joseph McWhorter took home the Summer Series champion. It's really not about this, but I thought we don't talk about points. We'll at least shout him out as the champion. Joseph McWhorter is a champion for Monday night, the ARCA series. And Brandon Evans was actually a little come from behind victory to win the championship.
Yeah, you would have thought Jake Ham was going to run away with that one the way the start of the season went, and Ken Huber as well.
Peter.
And then Peter as well. And then in true Brandon Evans form, he figured it out, mastered it, and then just started winning.
Yeah.
And, accumulated the points and did what he needed to do. So, I mean, congratulations to him.
Yeah, he was always really good. He didn't qualify very well. Ken Huber would always be up front. Jake Ham had some surges of qualifying brilliance, but Peter would always start up front, and they would always be racing it out. But Brandon Evans would just always find his way towards the front. And not surprising at all. Jake Ham, Ken Huber sort of fell off. Ken Huber just had he won the race early, just had a struggle bus of a time towards the end. I really felt bad for him. It just the way things worked out. It just always seemed he would get the worst end of it. So I hate to see that. And I really hate to see Peter not show up. He was getting up at 2:00 in the morning and racing. So I'm not really sure. We haven't heard from him. So I'm not sure what exactly happened, but I hated to see him not finish it out. But man, it was an awesome season for sure. But Brandon Evans going to win that championship.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Wednesday night, Regis Clark was able to get that done. Man, the IndyCar series is just phenomenal.
It's fun. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see a lot of people sort of. Of course, we have sort of there's sort of an IndyCar population we didn't have before. We had the Indy Auto Sports guys. They were sort of the Indy guys for a long time.
Yeah, they were terrible.
And well, they won the championships.
No, they didn't.
Well, Black Sheep.
Those guys suck even worse.
Well, Regis was on Indy.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
he's a champion. But anyway,
he's a champion just because enough people didn't show up. Let's be real.
Well,
he's not going to tune into this. He'll never know all the smack that was talked.
Right. So they had that sort of pocket, but now with Warren being here, Devin Smith, coming in, those Simrig guys, it's sort of opened up. We've got some guys that are fans of IndyCar, and I think that's what it takes. It takes, if you're going to run cars like that, and you got to have that invested interest in the real world series. You know, that makes a big difference. And so we've seen that happen, and it's a, you know, the difficulty has kind of shown itself. A lot of people, I think, especially newer folks, think that the wicker and the anti-roll bar stuff is more important than it actually is. You know, they feel like, if I don't know what that means, so I'm not going to be fast, which is not the case. It's just small adjustments here and there that you can make. But the car itself, it can be a little daunting too. But I feel like a lot of people kind of stuck it out and kind of got it figured out towards the end. And you know, so I'm hopeful for the fall season that it will have a pretty solid population.
I think we're going to do great. And I'll say one nice thing about Tim, and then I'm done. Tim bringing the sports car series and being so adamant about it to Goat Locker, and being adamant about keeping it around and getting people excited about it, brings in new people that are interested in road racing and things along those lines. And IndyCar is a lot of road racing.
Yep.
So I think there's a lot of bleed over there as well. So, I'll give some kudos to Tim. While he might not be directly connected to the IndyCar series, I think the success of and what he did to bring GT3s to Goat Locker is why IndyCar was so successful this time around as well. But no, you hit on some awesome points as well. I mean, we got these guys like Warren and Devin that have just really got people excited about IndyCar. And so, I'm excited for the fall. I'm definitely racing in that thing. And I think you kind of talked about it on the last show a little bit. I think, at some points in times you kind of get burnt out on something like ovals or whatever the case may be, because you've just done it so much.
Yeah.
And so when you get behind the wheel of something new and you've got this competitive, field around you and other people are excited, it just kind of reinvigorates you. And IndyCar did that for me too. So I'm excited for the fall, man. It's gonna be really, really good.
Yeah, I've not that we're going to leak anything, but I've seen some preliminary schedules, and they look fantastic.
We can talk about those.
Oh, we want to leak some schedule? Well, hold on, let's talk. I don't know if there's a champion that is going to be tonight in the Thursday Night Thunder. Is it locked
James,
up?
I think Goshen. I think he's got it locked up.
You got it locked up?
I think so. Now, Dan will jump in real quick and correct us if we're wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
That is cool as hell.
Oh, that would be awesome. I know he won a race this season, and he's been around Goat Locker Racing for a very, very long time.
Yep.
And so it would do my heart a lot of good to see him win a championship for sure.
Yeah, let's see. I'm looking down here.
Yeah.
The GT3 series, Tyler Justice has all but got it wrapped up.
Somebody got to recount that. Somebody's got to do something about that.
Well, I am 12 points behind him. Neither one of us have any wins, which is crazy. I think it's because there's no drop weeks, and this next week is Daytona. So I think that Tyler will be plenty good enough that I won't have a chance of making up 12 points. So I feel pretty confident that Tyler Justice is going to be your GT3. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If I had to pick a most improved, there's a lot of people to pick, but Tyler Justice, man, is made huge strides in the last season or so, especially in these IndyCar, the GT3s. I know he loves racing them, and he loves the IndyCar stuff for sure. And he has made huge strides. Like he comes some of these races and he's ready. He's kicking butt. So he definitely deserves that championship. I know some guys come in there and kick everybody's butts, every once in a while, but he's shown up every race of the season. Average finish of 5th, which is really, really hard to do in that series because people like Ken Huber show up. Brian Provo gets out there and kicks everybody's butt in the Mustang. Let's see. Samuel Egg has been pretty decent. Ken Huber shows up for one race and kicks everybody's butt. So it's, and if Nathan Graham ever shows up, that's a disaster for everybody as well. So it's hard to finish top 5 average over a whole 8-week season. So he's done an incredible job. So he deserves that GT3 championship for sure. But he's ready for a win. He said the only win he's gotten this season is damn Talladega and the 87 series. He said, I want to win. So maybe he can get that. I don't know. Daytona seems like in the GT3 seems like a pretty good equalizer because everybody knows that track really well.
Yeah, you would think so.
It seems like the spread that we normally see at some of these tracks kind of gets squished.
I would think so. I mean, most of the guys that race in these series have probably raced multiple Daytona, 24 hours of Daytona.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that course like the back of my hand. I mean, I've run the 24 hours of Daytona 5 years in a row now.
Yeah.
I can get around that course with my eyes closed, and sometimes it looks like I have my eyes closed. So that's a cool place to end the season. I agree, though. I think it's going to be an equalizer. I think it's going to be a fun battle there.
Yeah. Yeah, so I can't wait to see. I think the car changes will be there. I think there'll be a lot less Porsches. I can definitely tell you that my Porsche will not be hitting the track at Daytona. Historically, Porsche are very bad on iRacing at Daytona, so there's no point in it showing up with that mess. No. It's the worst feeling in the world because you're really good in the infield, but you can't pass anybody, and then you get on the track and they're just gone. So I think we'll see probably a lot of Acuras and McLarens. Probably so, but that'll be a fun race. But yeah, that's been a fantastic season too. Awesome, just across the board. Can't thank Tim Jones enough for putting together. Last week we had a crazy deal where we had rain the last 30 minutes and it turned into a wild race. It just all of a sudden, and if you were in the Discord with Tim Jones, you would have heard this maniacal laughing when it started raining and everything went to chaos. He was loving it. So,
it went chaotic real fast. All of a sudden, you went from all the grip in the world to, did all 4 of my tires just blow out? Like I can't turn. I can't even come close to even looking at the gas pedal, let alone touching it.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Yeah, that was Long Beach. So rain, Long Beach. That's a wacky combo. I don't want to do that anymore. But man, I can't wait. If the broadcasting gets put in place for if we could ever get that figured out for GT3s, I think that'll put on an amazing show because there's so much good racing strategy and stuff that goes into that racing. And then you get great battles all over the track, and the car is just cool as hell, man. That's probably my favorite thing about wanting to broadcast a GT3 series is just being able to learn and look up all the different vehicles, all the cool things about them. That as an announcer, it's your job to provide that information and be like, hey, this is what the car does, this is how this works, and to be able to have that many different cars to talk about is just a cool thing. And they all have their, pluses and minuses, and it's just such a cool series. So hopefully we can get that done. If not, we'll let me have a couple surprises.
We will.
But did you want to leak the schedule? Is that something we want to do?
I don't think we could leak the entire schedule.
Okay.
But we could give some people some ideas of what's happening in IndyCar for sure.
Okay. You'll do a little IndyCar? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to kick off the season in IndyCar at Sebring. The fall season always kicks off across all of our series at Talladega. Spring starts in Daytona. Fall starts at Talladega.
You don't want to do Indy at Talladega?
I would do it all day long. I think that would be fun. We need to do that during the off weeks. As a matter of fact, somebody mark that down. We're going to race Indy cars at Talladega. It's going to be amazing. But they're going to kick off the season at Sebring. I love kicking it off at a road course. Let's get after it. Let's get to the heart of what IndyCar is doing. Release the files. No, we're not doing it. And then they're going to go some really cool places that IndyCar doesn't currently go. They used to go. We're going to go to Texas, which I think that's going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun. And, and then a lot of the traditional courses as well. I mean, it is going to err more on the side of road course racing and street courses. So out of a 15-week season, 9 of them are going to be road courses or street courses. 6 of them are going to be ovals.
Is there a reason? Is there a reason why that you went that direction, or y'all went that direction?
It mirrors real life. I mean, if you look at an IndyCar schedule, it is vastly road and street courses, and then you've got 4 or 5 ovals mixed in there. They only go to, I think, 5 ovals. If I had to list them off the top of my head, they go to Indy, Iowa, Nashville. Indy, Iowa, Nashville. What else am I missing? Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. There's another one in there. Somebody will let us know. But they go to very few ovals, and so we wanted to kind of mirror that a little bit. We wanted to have the crossover between those guys that are running GT3 and still want to do something else with the road. So it is 9 road courses and 6 ovals. And we're going to finish up at Michigan International Speedway on an oval in that series.
How about that? A little kart action there. I like it.
But it is going to be straight points. It's going to be run under the IndyCar point system and all that other kind of stuff. So there's not going to be any weird playoffs or anything. We're not going to insert playoffs into IndyCar because it's not the way IndyCar works.
Yeah.
But it should be fun, man. If the Summer Series is any indication of the love of IndyCar and Goat Locker racing, the Fall Series is going to be amazing. We're going to get a full roster of guys out there, have a whole lot of fun, and we're going to hit some tracks that, maybe a lot of people haven't been to, like Portland. So that'll be new and interesting for everybody as well, man. But it's a fun schedule. It really, really is.
Yeah, and there's a couple of tracks in there that really throw a corkscrew in a lot of the championship battles, I'm sure. So those will be a lot of fun.
Hey, and we're gonna go back to Long Beach again, Eddie. You're gonna get to love that track one way or another.
Don't think I will. I don't think I will.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. What it is about street courses where I'm completely inept at running them. I think it's because I'm not aggressive enough. I'm a little bit nervous about hitting the wall. I feel like grade A or grade 1. I mean, like F1 type tracks, I do really well at. But when you put me on a street course, 90-degree turns, really narrow way. Yeah, I just don't. I have struggled there, so I need a lot more practice.
I don't know that I've had much more fun on iRacing than when you're coming down the front stretch of Long Beach, and then you got to jam that damn car down and hard on the brakes, down into second gear, hit turn 1, mash the gas, jump it to third gear, right before you hit the fountain, mash the brakes, dump it down into first, and get around the fountain. That is one of the funnest things I've done in iRacing. I love that.
Yeah. I mean, aesthetically, it's amazing. That's one of my favorite things about street courses is that you're driving around and it feels like you're racing in GTA. I said that the other night. And I like the way that feels. But, I don't know. I got a lot of learning to do, but that's why I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to get better at these things and hone those skills. So, yeah, the IndyCar is going to be a lot of fun. But, I mean, if you're watching, you don't know what series are going to be in the fall. We're not going to leak the schedules, apparently.
Not all of them.
But ARCA is going to be on Monday nights. Well, we'll start with Xfinity, which will be on Sundays. So Sunday night trucks will be swapped with Xfinity. And it's like, well, why? Well, the reason is the Xfinity car is cool. The Xfinity car is cool. Why have 2 truck series when there's a perfectly good Xfinity car sitting right there? We're a majority oval, centric type league. So we've got ARCA, we've got Next Gen, we've got trucks. Why wouldn't we have Xfinity? I don't know.
Gotta have Xfinity.
Seems like that's important. So Xfinity will take the Sunday slot. ARCA will take the Monday slot. Which is also really cool. They're going to have the Pro-Am split. You're going to have the teams. You're going to have the Pro and Am different divisions, which would be really cool, like it was last season. So that'll make it really fun. Then you've got on Wednesday night, you're going to have the Next Gen, I do believe.
Premier Cup Series. Yep.
Tuesday is going to be your Indy Series.
Correct.
You got the Next Gen Premier Cup Series. And then on Thursday, you got the late models.
Correct. Yep. And that's going to run after Go Talk. Yep.
After Go Talk on Thursdays. And Fridays is the Premier Truck Series, which we're excited to get back going. The OG, if you will, Goat Locker Series.
It is. That is it's always been the flagship of Goat Locker. If you want to win a championship and you want to be somebody in Goat Locker racing,
that's the one.
Friday nights is the place to be. And, so we're excited that's never going to go anywhere. It's going to be season number 10 of trucks, which is pretty incredible to think about. That it's going to be our 10th season of trucks. And then, as you're kind of stepping through everything here too, Saturday, the sports car series will be back. We've talked about it a couple different times, fingers crossed. We're going to get some sponsorship money put together, put them on the big screen. And we heard some feedback. We did championship week last, in the spring at Texas Motor Speedway. Some people liked it. Some people were like, I don't think you're ever going to make everybody happy. That's just impossible. But for the fall season, each individual series will have its own championship race. The ARCA is going to finish up at Kentucky and hold its championship race there, which I think is super cool. That is a great track for the ARCA car right there. Provides some awesome racing. Xfinity is going to end up at Old Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I like that a lot. I love Old Atlanta because it just eats up tires, and you've really got to race that track. The next gens will end up at Kansas, which was a phenomenal race in the spring.
Yep.
Might know the guy that won that race. And then, we go to the Premier Truck Series.
Is that why it's the final one for the next gen?
Of course, because we stack the schedules. You know how it goes. We stack them. That way we make sure we win. I've heard that so many times. It's kind of crazy. And I tell you, who selected Kansas as the championship race was Jeremy Gardner.
Okay.
That was Jeremy Gardner's idea. But, the trucks, we're gonna send them back to Phoenix. And
I like it.
Phoenix just it's so much fun.
They race good in the trucks.
Yeah, for a championship race, because there's so much that you can do, cutting the dog leg and how you navigate some of those different types of things. I think it's going to provide for an awesome way to end the truck season. We talked about IndyCar ending up at Michigan. The late models, if you don't know where the late models are going to finish their season, then you don't know late model stock cars. I mean, I don't know where you live, what rock you live under, but it's going to finish up at Five Flags, the mecca of late model stock, the Snowball Derby. Everybody knows that. And then the GT3s finishes up at some weird place, most of us can't pronounce because I think
the Temple of Speed, baby.
I think that's how Tim selects some of these tracks. He's like, that one looks really weird. Let's just grab that one. No, it's going to be at Monza, the Grand Prix circuit.
The Temple of Speed. So
cool.
Pretty cool way of ending it. Can't wait. Going to be a lot of fun. And it's a lot of racing. Good God, 15 weeks per
7 series. There's 105 races that are going to happen in the fall here at Goat Locker Racing.
Who else is doing that? Like it's insane. It's insane. It's a huge undertaking.
105 races, which also means, right now subtract 15. There's 90 broadcasts that are going to happen during the fall season as well, which is we're not bored, Eddie.
Nope.
No, we're not bored whatsoever. But yeah, I think some of the changes we made for this coming up, and we've hinted about it, and we've dropped some things and all that stuff, and then we made the official announcement. Keeping IndyCar, bringing it to Tuesdays with Lincoln Tech is awesome. Lincoln Tech is going to be the sponsor of the entire fall season as well. Changing Sundays over to Xfinity to give those guys on Sundays something different. As they continue to kind of advance their skills and want to get up into the Premier Series. And mark my words on this one too. And y'all could probably figure out who it is, but we're going to have one of the Sim Rig recipients in the Friday Night Truck Series.
Cool, man. I love to hear that.
You talk about a full circle type event that happens here at Goat Locker Racing. For someone to be a recipient of one of our Sim Rigs, one of our great veterans that have been cutting their teeth and putting the time in and all that stuff to end up in our Premier Series. Dude, I was kind of giddy, man. I was like, this is way cool. Now, the sumbitch is probably going to go out and just smash the hell out of people, and everybody's going to be in a ruckus about it. But, hopefully not. We'll see what happens.
Hopefully not. Well, I tell you what I do like. I know a lot of people were talking about last season having the final race at the same track is that a lot of people race every single series, man.
True.
There's people race everything that we put up. And I think that was one of the bigger complaints is like by the middle of the week, they were like, I'm tired of Texas.
Especially I got my ass whooped in Xfinity. I got my ass whooped in next gen. And then I got to go try to fight for the truck. And I'm like, I felt like a defeated man.
Enough of this.
Yeah.
But, so I think those will be fun races. IndyCar at Michigan. If you haven't gone and watched, if you want to watch a race, go look up a kart race in Michigan. I know it's not an IndyCar, but if you know your history, it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Kart at Michigan is bonkers.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it'll be the same type of race, and I imagine it's going to be pretty dang close. It's a fun watch. I actually watched it about a week ago, and those old kart races are just a blast. So
oh yeah, they are.
if you're looking for something old to go look at, some old racing, you've watched enough old NASCAR, go watch some early 2000s kart, IndyCar type stuff. Pretty sweet. Yeah.
But the late model schedule's got a lot of really cool stuff in there too. I know you're getting ready to transition out.
No. Go ahead.
You're going to go to some cool places like Myrtle Beach. They're actually going to go to a couple 1.5 miles as well. So everybody would kind of stretch their legs a little bit in the late model series. Dan's put a whole heck of a lot of time into a lot of these things. So the other, PSA for the evening about the fall series is Dan's kind of put it out a couple different times, but please get in there, fill out his little roster form so we can get everybody numbers sorted and all that other kind of fun stuff. Over the next few weeks, we've got to get everything sorted out so we can kick off. I think it's the week of August 23rd. We'll finish up the summer series this week, take 3 weeks off. We'll host some races. Don't everybody lose your minds. When we took the break, before the summer series, I got a lot of people, what am I supposed to do with myself? What do I do with my hands? I'm like, the iRacing has plenty of things, but all right. I've already told everybody we're going to put the Indy cars on Talladega Super Speedway during the break at some point in time. So, but please fill out, the forms. It helps us out tremendously as we get everybody sorted out. Make sure that you're where you're supposed to be. We get you in the right leagues on iRacing, all those different types of things. And for those that are coming back to the Premier Series, we'll get the pay links up here shortly. But watch out for some more announcements in the Premier Series. We're going to have some really cool prizes and giveaways during those 2 series to give you a little bit more bang for your buck. We got some signed helmets and some die casts and all kinds of cool stuff we're going to do. So, but it's been a shit ton of work, man. And work's not even close to being done, but stupid excited about it.
Yeah. Got some cool stuff coming with the broadcast, I hope. We got some really awesome folks as well that have stepped up that if you haven't been watching the summer series, it's been going great. So I feel like this fall series is going to be the first, just total package. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say that. But
I'd agree with you.
Good about it. I feel good that we've got everything laid out. If you want to come and race, especially if you know somebody who's a veteran and a first responder who wants a place to come and be around other veterans, first responders, other people similar to them, have similar experiences, let them know about Goat Locker. Send them over here. We've got plenty of things for them to do. We've got all kinds of different, if they want to do short tracks, they want to do road courses, they want to do ovals, or a little bit of both. We got it. So, send folks over. If you know some really cool people that can take a joke, send those people as well.
That is a good that can take a joke.
If they're a little sensitive and they you can bring them, but just be warned that
it's not going to work out.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. We want everybody to come, but you just have to understand. I know that there's a guy in I think one of Noah's buddies who joined and somebody said something just as a joke, and they took it seriously and left, and then came back down the back. So we're glad to have you back if you're watching. We try to warn. We need to maybe do a better job of warning people that there's going to be some junk get talked.
Yeah, I warn people all the time, and don't bring your feelings to our Discord. They are going to get hurt, taken advantage of, and all. Don't do it. But no, Eddie, I think you said it absolutely perfectly. I couldn't word it better. This is going to be the first time in Goat Locker Racing's history that it is the total package.
Yeah.
All the broadcasting is in one place, one team, our team. All you got to do is tune into V-Speed, and you're going to see our people broadcasting our races every night of the week. We do, for the first time ever, have something for everybody, except for if you like dirt. And if you like dirt, go outside and play with it. I don't know what to tell you. But we've got open wheel, we've got sports car, we've got all the different traditional oval series. So no, I couldn't have worded it better. This fall season is the first time in Goat Locker Racing's history that it's the total package.
Heck yeah. So get signed up where you're supposed to be. Take care. If people ask you for stuff, please get it to them. These guys are working hard, and if they ask you for something, please get it. Get the information to them quickly so they can get it, and they don't have to keep asking you over and over again about it. And that way they can get prepared and get all the stuff they need to get back going. Let's talk about before we go. We got to talk about who's moving on in the 87 paint scheme bracket, and here it is. Let's get this out of the way. And boy, there is going to be a one surprise, and I hate how we're going to have to deal with it, but we're going to. All right. So up here in Group 1, he'll be moving through the Final Four. It's a little black sheep facing off here. You've got the number 4, Mike Browning, the 085 of James Goshen, and 5-2.
Mike Browning.
Mike Browning's going to go on to the next round.
That's a good one. That's definitely a good one for the Final Four.
I like it. Then this one right here, well, the Charles Stevens, I'm surprised you made it with all the campaigning that Grakeel was doing for his car. I'm surprised you made it this far. But going to fall short here as Jamie Lipke's, I do believe.
I believe you are.
16 Goat Locker Mountain Dew scheme, which I think is a potential killer champion favorite in my eyes. So going to move on. That Mountain Dew is going to move on to the Final Four. I'm going to save the Group 4 for last. Got a little Davey Allison head-to-head, and the Alexander PCs.
Ooh, very nice.
7-1 going to take.
Wow, that's Devin Smith's car. Yeah.
Yep. So here is going to be and voting is now open, and you can vote for the Final Four. It's going to be this one and this one. And now for group number 4, it's going to be interesting because it's your car against Jacob Linke's 37, and it is a tie.
Oh.
A 4-4 tie. So we're going to leave it up. We're going to leave it up to the gods.
I don't know what that means, but all right.
We're going to roll.
We're going to roll?
We're going to roll flip a coin.
Oh.
And heads is going to be Jacob Linke. And tails is going to be the 07 of Patrick Dravick, the 07 Jam Printing Promotions machine, which I think is fantastic, by the way. Regardless of how this ends up, I still think that's one of the better looking schemes. But
thank you.
So heads, I'm not going to. I guess I need to show it, don't I?
I guess
for transparency.
Transparency reasons.
See, can you see that?
I can't see anything except for the
the
bracket. There we go.
Now we're back. This is my first time.
Is it?
All right, so here we go. All right, we're going to flip again because it automatically flips. So I'm going to flip it. So heads is going to go to Jacob Linke. Tails is going to go to 07. Let's flip it and see where we end up.
I didn't even know this was a thing on Google.
And there you go. Well, unfortunately for you, Pat, it's going to yours is going to stop here just by chance because I do think it's worthy of moving on. But the coin does not lie.
I don't get 2 out of 3?
Nope. No
4 out of 7?
Nope.
No?
Nope. You just know that I love your paint scheme, and that should be good enough.
Well, Jamie Bark has painted that thing, and he's been painting my cars ever since I can remember. And he killed it on that one for sure.
Yeah, he knocked it out of the park. So here is your Final Four. All right. Yep, this is going well. All right, there's your Final Four. The 4 Black Sheep against the Alexander PC's number 24 machine. You got the Mountain Dew, Goat Locker, and what I'd like to know is 3 out of 4 of these are retro schemes that are using Goat Locker sponsors and partners, which I think is awesome. That is so sweet. A Black Sheep, no knock against them. I love their schemes.
That is a cool one.
They are fantastic.
Yeah.
And Burnouts for Bennett obviously is a great deal that they've been going. If you don't know about that, I mean, they've talked about it a ton. But Black Sheep always has some really, really good paint schemes, and I think that's definitely a worthy one. But having the Goat Locker sponsors, as sort of placeholders for these old, really popular schemes is so awesome. So you got Alexander PC, you got Goat Locker, and then the SAVE22 there with Big Fish Barbecue, which I think is just sweet.
It's going to be hard to beat that Mountain Dew car.
It's going to be tough. But we'll see. That's why we vote.
That's
Voting
right.
should be open once I click save, which I just did. And so now you should be able to go vote for those, and we'll see who's going to be fighting for the championship next week. And man, it's really cool. Love to see what people do. Love to highlight what these painters do, especially when they're showing off Goat Locker's partners and sponsors. We love that.
We do.
All right. Well, looking through chat here, we'll see if we got some stuff we need to shout out. Alan Smith says, "Let me be race control." Okay. Let's see. Oh, got SAVE22 letting us know. You got there's shout outs there. Lex June Nitro Racing, Mike Harmon Racing, Carson Brown Motorsports at Ryan Roulette Racing, and IHRA has some big things for veteran first responders communities. Again, thank you all. Hey, we thank you. Let's see. Let's see. Charles Avert says one of these days, I'll be able to make it to Goat Locker Country Territory, meet up with y'all. Jamie Lukey says, yeah, it's hard living all the way in the Phoenix. This stuff good. All this stuff goes on in the Midwest. Well, yeah. It does happen that way. Maybe one of these days, Goat Locker will be nationwide. It's definitely possible.
It will be.
Goshen, I love it. It will be nationwide.
That's right.
Let's say worldwide.
Oh, wow.
It'd be worldwide.
Like Prestige worldwide?
Yeah.
Prestige.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
Goats and
hose.
Yeah. Well,
you were trying to think of something different, but
no, I was just not going to say it. Just let the imagination take on. But you let it.
What's the matter with goats and hoes?
I don't know.
If you have goats, you're probably a farmer. You have a hoe, and you're out there tilling your garden and whatnot.
Good cover. Nailed it.
Thank you.
Let's see.
At least I don't, at least my nickname isn't Coke Bottle.
There you go.
Because of glasses.
Infield Ike says, cheers from Ormond Beach, the birthplace of Wolf Speed. I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what Ormond Beach is. But he said cheers. Either. So, but Infield Ike,
cheers.
Glad to have you. Denver Thurston says, really should have Daytona as a special race for Indy racing. Okay. Love it. Charles Avert says, can't wait for the fall series.
We're with you, brother.
And then Craig Bontrager says, yes, pump for Sundays. And then Noah Hogard says, justice for dirt. So, well, hey, I tell you what, fantastic show. We had a lot of stuff to talk about. Thanks again to everybody for being here tonight with us and watching. Thanks to everybody who shows up, the 15 to 20 of you, 25 of you that show up every week. Man, we appreciate y'all. Hopefully y'all enjoy it.
Very much.
We we love to talk about things you don't normally get to see or whatever. Have some fun stuff that we talk about, or just highlight the awesome things that you do around here as members of Goat Locker Racing. So many of you do awesome things. And so thank y'all for watching. Thanks to SAVE22. Thanks to ATYL Media, Kaylor Titchens.
That's it. Nailed it.
Taylor Kitchen. For what she does and allowing us to be on her platform, and all the great sponsors, Alexander PCs, InVets, Indiana Department of Veteran Affairs, Glove Station, Lincoln Tech, all of the other sponsors that are a part of this thing, that are part of the Sim Rigs, Brighton Ler for allowing y'all to be sort of have a little crossover there and being a part of that. And thanks to all our members. Thanks, Pat and Jamie and Daniel Kakeel.
That's right. Don't forget him.
All right. Well, y'all have a great night. We'll see y'all next week. Tomorrow night, we got the GT3s at Daytona. And if you want to come out and race, please do. It's going to be a good time. Everybody knows Daytona. Come out and race with us. And then we'll conclude the summer series on Sunday night with the truck series, the InVet Truck series. And then we'll take a break, have some fun races here and there, and get ready for that fall series. So y'all stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We'll see y'all next week. We'll see who moves on to the championship round in the 87 paint scheme bracket. And as always, if you got any kind of ideas, thoughts, opinions about the show, Goat Talk, how we can make it better for you, make it or what you like about it. We love some feedback. That way we can keep innovating, doing cool stuff. So we'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good night.